Hey guys, so if you're watching this video and wondering why I'm wearing my Cowboys or a couple of my Cowboys gear, it's because the draft's tomorrow and I'm really excited for it. I feel like the Cowboys have a great future ahead of them. But on to the video. So for today's video, I'm going to explain to you why I chose to be an instructor and why it's important to me that I'm an instructor. So, what you may not know is that I have what's called a servant's heart. I love helping people. I love giving back to the community, and I love to teach. And so I thought, well, what's one way that I can give back to my martial arts community that has done so much for me already? And the answer for me was being an instructor. Now, as I explained in in one of my earlier videos, I was in college for 2 semesters, and I had a roommate who coincidentally was my best friend. Now he knew that I was an instructor, or not an instructor, but that I did martial arts, and he was interested in it for a little bit. He didn't want to he didn't want to start taking up classes, but he saw that I was, practicing in my room, even though I wasn't taking classes at that time because I was in college. I didn't have any time on my hands to do it, but he saw that I was practicing. And one day he asked me, he said, "Hey, can you show me a few things? Nothing big, but can you just show me a few things?" And of course, I said yes. I would love to show you how to do some stuff here. Now, before this, I had never really taught anyone um, any form of my martial arts. I hadn't taught him how to do kicks or punches or even any of my blocks. Um, but I thought, sure, I'll give it a try. Why not? So I did, and I showed him. I think the first thing I showed him was how to do a side kick correctly, and he picked it up right away. So I thought, all right, well, I'm gonna show you how to do some other stuff. So I showed him how to do some blocks, and how to do some punches, and how to do the other kicks, how to do some other kicks too. And he loved it. And every now and then we would put on some boxing gloves and we would spar. We wouldn't do like till knockout, but we would do. We could only punch to the head and we could kick to the body and the legs. And he loved it. He loved martial arts, and I realized how much I loved teaching. And so I get back home and I asked my instructor. His name is Mr. Reeve. I asked him. I said, "Hey, Mr. Reeve, is there a way that I can become an instructor? Like, how do I get started?" He said that we have a leadership program. You can join that, and it'll get your foot in the door to becoming an instructor. So, of course, I said yes. Let's do it. Let's get me in there. He said, "All right." So I started the leadership program, and I just loved how much I was helping him. I would assist with classes. I would teach little segments of the class, and I just loved working with the kids, and I loved giving back to my martial arts community. And the company that I go through, Tiger Rock, we have little things here in town where we go out, we pick up trash, or um, we just help people. We give back to our community, and we assist in any way that we can, so we can show that we are not the stigma that people have of martial artists. How we're not barbaric. We don't fight all the time. We're not evil people, and we're not stupid. A lot of people think that just because you're a martial artist, all you want to do is fight. That's all you want to do, which is just not true. Is that true in some places? Yeah, of course it is. I mean, nothing is always. I mean, nothing is an absolute. And so, on Christmas Eve, me and this girl, her name is Kim, we take our instructor test. And first try, she passes it. She takes it first. And we help each other on our test. And she passes it. And I was very proud of her. And then it was my turn. I was so nervous because even though I studied, we have an instructor manual, which is like, I think, 300 pages long, and it covers everything from diet, exercise, history of Taekwondo, just everything in there. And it really, I was nervous because I hadn't to me, this was a bigger test than I have ever taken, including finals. This was basically a final because if I didn't pass it, that was it. I'd have to wait a whole other year to take the test again. And so I get on, I take my test, and I pass it. First try, I pass it. In fact, I think I got a 92% on it. In order to pass, you got to get a 90. In order to become an instructor, you have to get a 90, and I got a 92. So I was very happy with that score. And so I became a certified instructor, and I was like, all right, now what? And so I talked to Mr. Reeve, and I asked him, I said, okay, so I'm an instructor now. He said, great. Keep assisting with classes and work on a lesson plan so that you can teach your own class. And I'm like, oh my goodness, okay. So for 3 months, I worked on one lesson plan, just one. And I turned it, actually, this was a week and a half ago, I turned in my lesson plan. And being an instructor to me means a lot because it forces me, just because I'm a martial artist, doesn't mean that I'm going to have the correct answer for everything. But being an instructor, I realized that when you teach someone else how to do a certain technique, you get better at it yourself. When you teach someone how to, or you help someone figure out a way to live their life to the fullest and to the best, it helps you get there too. So I would recommend everyone, when you become the right age, when you think you're ready, become an instructor, or at least teach someone something. Teach them the right way. If you don't know it, don't teach it. That's what I had to learn. If you don't know how to do something, don't teach it. But even if being an instructor is not for you, if you're not in martial arts, but you know, teaching someone or helping somebody gives you this satisfaction in your life, I guess you could say. At least it did for me. That you can see I helped him. I helped him or her become a better person or become better at something. Just something to think about, guys. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning into this video. Once again, it's been another Nuke production. We'll see you next time.